Hey folks, welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are here at Crazy Lenny's e-bikes, and Len is going to talk about the end of the year clearance sale, as well as do a really fun race with Paul here. So we're excited to see that later on in the show. Right now we're talking with Fatou Cisse from Cairasu Home Care. How are you, Fatou?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm glad that you were able to make it today. Normally we see you on Talk of the Town, but glad to have you on Wisconsin Family today.
Thank you for having me.
So we're talking about something called the sandwich generation today. I'm kind of curious to know, what does that mean? What is the sandwich generation?
Well, the sandwich generation is when you have families of multi-generation in the same unit.
Okay.
So that is grandmother, grandparents, parents,
Sure.
kids.
Sure.
So you have all of those generations, and sometimes grandkids too.
Okay.
So Fatou, I can imagine that there are challenges that come with that, but also benefits. I'm wondering if you can talk about the benefits.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously there is a lot of wisdom hanging out with grandparents. So that's a big benefit for the kids that are in the family, to learn from the grandparents of life, ways of life and cultures and all the things that they can learn from their grandparents. And the grandparents get to enjoy their grandkids as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And the other thing with that is that the kids have bubbly energy.
Yes.
And grandparents don't have that much energy. So it kind of balances out sometimes, that it kind of boosts the energy of the grandparent. And they enjoy, if you work with seniors a lot, you see that if you bring a multi-generation together, the seniors are much more happier.
Yes.
Being
Yes.
around kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
My grandmother took care of kids her whole life, not just her kids, but her grandkids and even some neighbor kids. And I attribute that to why she's lived such a long, full life, is because
Yeah.
she was around those energetic kids all the
Right,
time. So,
right. Yeah.
So we know that family isn't always peaceful 100% of the time. So what are some of those drawbacks of being in the sandwich generation?
Well, when you have a sandwich generation, one of the things that happens is that someone is moving in. So whether the family unit of mother or parents and kids move into their grandparent and parent, or the grandparent move in. So a lot of times what you will see is the grandparent moving in, because it's easier if it's just one person moving in versus the other family. So that process is very stressful.
Yes.
And it's not also, like you said, it's not always harmonious
Right.
when you have all these people together, and there is limitation in space a lot of times, because for some reason that is usually not factored into the
Right.
family unit of, okay, at some point we're going to have grandparents live with us, we have all this space hanging out. No,
Right, yeah.
there is
We
always
have enough space for us, but we didn't plan for it.
People usually have enough space for them and not much space for grandparents. And also because of the difference in generation, sometimes the communication can be a little off. What's normal for the kids is not the norm for the grandparents,
Right.
and it's like,
Yeah.
what world do we live in? Sometimes that's the kind of thing.
Especially nowadays, since our world's changing so quickly.
So that can be a little challenging for.
Who would you say is most affected by that? Would you say it's the grandparents, the parents, or the kids?
The parents are most affected.
They're kind of stuck in the middle.
They're stuck in the middle. They do all the hard work. They take care of the kids, they take care of the parents, juggling with kids' activities,
Right.
and paying attention to their school stuff and everything else that involves kids. And yet paying attention to the parent that you're taking care of, also making sure that everything is lined up, their doctor's appointments, their needs at home, their care issues, all of that. So you're stuck in the middle trying to do it all.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's a very challenging for the one that is in the middle.
Right.
And that's the parent.
Right.
Do you have some advice for people that are in that position?
Yes. So reach out for help. Reach out to the
To someone like you?
Yeah, to someone like us, we can help with some of the care needs for the parents, but also reach out to family and friends because you're going to need that support network to help you navigate through this complex system of multi-generation in the same place. So try to get all the paperwork done because that's important. So Aging and Disability Resource Center will be another resource to reach out to. Try to ask for as much help as you can get because you're going to need that too.
Sure.
Some of the paperwork that you're going to need are also POAs, and that is power of attorney.
Yes.
You need that for your aging parent for all of the things that they are going to go through with the.
And you being in the field that you're in right now, I mean, you've seen a lot of that stuff, and you've seen what happens when people don't take advantage of those resources. So, Fatou Cisse, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Fatou's with Cairasu Home Care. Check out their website if you have more questions, or give them a call. We'll be right back with more Wisconsin Family after the break.